Not great. Alright, that's a bit better. Who's first? They're first. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Alright, bottom. What did I want to do? Stream Decker. I feel like this deck's just going to be so bad. What? Oh, nice. Let's play landing first. Yeah, I have the feeling that if you don't play Reinforcement turn 4, turn 5 with this deck, you're gonna have the feeling you're just not playing a competitive deck, but I'll give it a try. Why did I save the deck? Alright, there we go. Night of Grace is pretty good against that deck. Might just be better than Vanguard right now. Like, I'm attacking for 1 less. Do I just play 2 guys? Or do I play Marshall? Probably just play 2 guys. This Marshall's pretty good, was Reinforcement next turn. Alright, I'll play 2 guys. It's better against Chupacabra too, I guess. The attack was Vanguard just to flip Legion's Landing? It's an extra mana. Also means they can't just double block my Knight of Grace. Yeah, I think I have to. Thousand viewer, I might actually have to mod today. No, people have been pretty good. Respectful question asking. Model viewers. Eldest Reborn. Wow. What's my worst creature? Is it Knight of Grace? Are they just dead on board? Am I just slow rolling? I'm probably just slow rolling though. I'm at 19. Yes, Knight of Grace. Bye bye. Well, as advertised, right? If you curve into Reinforcement on turn 4 or 5, deck's pretty busted. If you don't draw Reinforcement, you can probably never win in a million years. Yeah, I mean, even if they have fine finality, they're just dead. Oh, I probably shouldn't. F6 was Vanguard in play. Do you think Thief of Sanity Centric Mill deck could work? I don't think you would put these cards in the same deck. Thief of Sanity is more like of an engine, so you want to play like cheap removal and stuff. And Mill too, I guess. But I don't think I would put these cards in the same deck. Alright, Tribunal seems terrible. Citywide Bus seems bad. Sunwing seems pretty bad against Chupacabra. Honor Guards. I mean, that's what they're here for, right? So we'll see. I cut Chance for Glory in this matchup. I cut Tribunal. As I'm going to count Locks it on because it's a non-bow with Honor Guard. They have other non-bows with Honor Guard. I mean, kind of Bodyguard, I guess. think I want a Johnny. And I don't hate Cleric. They're probably not going to bring in... Cleric doesn't hit as hard as Knight. Maybe the Vanguard just blows. I don't know why I have 4 Vanguards in my deck. I don't know, it's probably okay. Is it a Knight? No. Shall I? No, I don't want cards that suck against Chupacabra. I think Benelish Marshall's just good enough that you keep it in. Because the turn you play it, it does something. Whereas Sunwing doesn't really do much, or Shalai doesn't do much. Alright. Clerics aren't coming here. When are they coming? Is the Menagerie versions, maybe? I don't think Aggro is playing Menagerie. He's playing Guildgate. I kind of like that. I was thinking about either playing a third district guide or maybe... You do get color screwed once in a while. Alright, I mean it really sucks for our curve, but... Cards, you have to play it. You can't just go Knight into History and then they just go like Ranger into Chupacabra and then you're like, well... Maybe I should have played my Knight. It's kind of bad against Playcrafter. I don't think they left in Playcrafter against my deck, but was ready. Is Hunted Witness better than Learning Vanguard? I don't think so. I think deck probably should have 4 of the bodyguards if I don't... I already have 4 bodyguards. Maybe third landing. Landing kind of... I guess it didn't win me the game because I drew my land anyways the turn after, but it could have. Dude, my timing's perfect. Every time I take a sip of water, there's the stay hydrated bot. It's like the stay hydrated bot is just watching me. Just knows. They're attacking. It's either going to be very good for me or very bad for me. Alright, that's pretty good for me. Alright, punched in a lot of damage. Marshall punches in for a lot of damage right now. Playing Knight plus Vanguard's better later. I need to kill them before they cast Fine Finality. Yes, I'll just play 2 guys. Still watching your Enchantress final versus Maher Stinker. That was a beating, man. It's not my favorite moment. Alright. Man, those Brontodons are owning. Just free for, just the stats. I'll play History, it's a bit better if they have Fine Finality. Fine Finality is his way out. Vraska would be pretty good too. Vraska 6. 1200 viewer. Stream name matters, yeah. I don't think the not playing arena is the thing. I think I started early too. I started like at 11 or something, like 4 or 5 hours ago. One of the problems with my viewership numbers is that I split my stream in 2 streams because of, you know, having a wife, etc. But, yeah, obviously I'd do much better viewer-wise if I had like 1 8-hour stream or whatever instead of 2 3 4-hour stream. The clickbait, yeah, I just full clickbait. All right. So 1 card left. Reinforcement is a lots of damage. Reinforcement, attack you with everyone. Brontodon blocks a night token. And then the guys block 2/2/2/2s and they take 3, 6, 10, 14, 17 down to 1. Is that right? Block a knight, block 2 tokens, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16 down to 2. And I don't lose that much. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be. Basically, yeah. They need A to have fine finality plus land in their like top 3 cards, and B, me not top deck anything good. Yeah, I think that's his only blocks. But I could still lose this game. I don't have a ton of reach. That's the problem. But I only have 8 sources of red, so I didn't want to. And also, every burn spell you add, you lose synergy. Finality, nope. Yeah, well, it worked. That's what we lost to last round. We got 2-0'd and alright. Yeah, finality I basically need to top deck, I think, a reinforcement. Todd Anderson, he crashed and burned. I think he was 4-0 and I think he lost 3 in a row or something dumb. History, how much is history? It used to be 12 or 13 ticks. Is it even more now? Why does that play knight because of history? You know, heroic reinforcement is like the send +2/+2 card in a way. Doesn't seem like they're comparable power level, but I could be wrong. I don't think I want to trade. Alright, this could definitely be a problem. So playing Marshall lets me attack with my Vamp without just chump attacking. Playing a second history is kind of bonkers. I'm just gonna play Marshall. I don't know, I'm sure it's kind of close. This Marshall is also just more damage, period, from my knight and... Oh, my draw's just the stones. I still don't have reinforcement. If I draw a reinforcement next turn, I'm sure Watsy will attribute the crossover success to the Silver Showcase. Yeah, I mean, you could say it was kind of a hole. It was like Silver Showcase was the first little, you know. Maybe the Silver Showcase is like, you know, 0.1%. Alright, that's kind of the problem with the Marshall line. That means that, at least that means he's not playing an Explore creature. Misha. So just attack with my 1/1 lifelink. If I don't, they can actually double block a token. So I think it's probably worth attacking with everyone. Does this deck be best deafening Clarion? I don't know. But I don't like your odds if you're playing Deafening Clarion in a sea of black-green. Basically, we've established black-green is the only good deck right now. And I decided to play, to build the deck I lost to. That's my level. That's, if you wanted to see a top 5 player of all time in action, that's just my level of reasoning. What did I lose to? Alright, I'll just build that and see if it's good. It's that simple. Also, yeah, also Vanguard kind of owns Jeskai. I don't think Vanguard alone is enough, but alright, so we said Honor Guard, a Johnny, and then bye-bye that, and I boarded out a bunch of ones. I boarded Chance for Glory. I think that's how I sideboarded. I could see cutting a 2-drop, but all my 2-drops are so good. Rachel of Soot. I'd cry. Hopefully I'd have a lot of Vanguards in play. And a lot of Johnnies and reinforcements in hand. Cut 1 Lord. I could see cutting. I kind of like that. Let's see if Moto will let me. Nope, too late. Chance for Glory. I have a feeling Chance for Glory is going to get sideboarded out a lot. Alright, this hand stinks, but I'm not going down to... I actually have... At least I have a Johnny. I mean, that card's really bad against Chupacabra, but I'll still keep and hope they don't draw a Chupacabra. Wishful thinking. That was a sick top deck. He's looking at his hand right now. He's like, ooh, Knight of Autumn, Chupacabra. Doing it, boys. Got them. Got them. Your creatures down the fucking drain. All your come into play triggers. Bloop. Alright, looks like their man is screwed. Oh, that was the beating. Oh, they didn't do much, but... hadn't broken standard in like a few days. Thanks, dude. Who was the dude who kicked our ass? So I know who to get credit to. Probably should have more Johnny. Looks like every hand's just perfect. I think I finally got there with the Fibonacci curve. 13 1-drops, 8 2-drops, 9 and 6. You have more free drops than 2-drops. Stupid Chance for Glory, ruining everything. Well, that's a pretty mountain. Doesn't go very well with Drowned Catacomb, though. Individually, though, not bad. What's a good place to start? I'm renting a deck for GP New Jersey. Black-green's probably the best archetype. They're going to be publishing PTQ lists in a couple hours. And PTQs on Moto are pretty good to place to... I don't know. Well, look at the lists. Watch a bunch of streams. There's a bunch of free articles. You can go to channelfireball.com. Lots of awesome free content. Let's see. So probably just play history, right? It's better against ritual offsets. Just kind of a concern. And it's if you control, yeah, okay. Alright, I ignored Vraska last match, but that's because they were kind of dead. But here you just want to get rid of Planeswalker. Usually you just always want to get rid of Planeswalkers. And I'm sure 90% of you guys know that, or maybe 99, but when in doubt, get rid of their Planeswalkers. Hey, Auntie. So that's the combo of the deck. It's like you get to give haste to the history token. It is really tempting to just play Marshall. Also, if I play Marshall now, I get to go Vamp Reinforcement. Let's see. Marshall is 1, 2, 3. So we know they don't have ritual upset. How much damage is Reinforcement? 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 down to 3. But then I'm kind of out of gas. I don't know. I'm just gonna play my 2 dudes and save Reinforcement. Actually, you know what I should have done? I should have maybe not played my 1-drop. Because next turn I can still go 1-drop Reinforcement and attack for a lot. Alright, it didn't matter. I think the correct play was playing Marshall and holding the 2-1. Alright, let's see. Maybe Dawn of Hope. Probably Tribunal. Probably just these 2 cards, these 3 cards was the second of Johnny. Chance for Glory, I don't know. Depends how much removal to have. The more splash removal to have, the worse it gets. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Take an extra turn after this one. It seems kind of good against Ritual of such, right? You have to save your whole team. I'm gonna keep it in. Did I play any mountains? No. That's why I'm only playing 5 red cards total. And Chance for Glory is just, you know, try and see. But yeah, Marshall has been really sick, honestly. Marshall makes you hit so hard. Probably want to cut a couple of Vanguards. And I mean, Loxodon's kind of okay against Ritual of Soot. Gives you a guy that costs more than 3 mana. You only get an extra turn? Creatures you control gain indestructible. Take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's and step, you do get a turn, right? You get to save your team on tap and attack once, right? You get your normal turn. So if you have like lethal, you just win. I cut the Marshall. I got 2 Marshalls actually. Yeah, I don't get an extra turn, but I still get to like save all my guys and attack for what is probably lethal, right? I don't know. We have 1. It's kind of a fun card. I'm assuming I'm not going to get to attack. I'm going to assume I'm not going to get to attack with 3 creatures at any point soon, so... But then maybe I should bait with my smaller creature, yeah. Maybe that was poor reasoning on my part. Oh well. Actually, maybe Vanguard's better. If I go 2 Vanguard, then I could go Knight plus Bodyguard. That's kind of cool, actually. I go Vanguard now, then next turn I go Knight plus Bodyguard, and I have like, I'm really solid against Ritual Upsets. It's pretty unfortunate I can't kill Sarkhan right away. I just play Niv Mizzet and then I'd probably lose. Uh-oh. They're adding mana. Black, black. Alright, just a Nicobe, which is already pretty bad for me. How badly do I want to kill that Sarkhan? I don't know what they have. Maybe just a removal spell. I mean, I can't imagine he have a counter spell, right? He wouldn't take 30 seconds to decide if he wants to counter my Loxodon or not. It's like a lightning strike or something. Alright, the good thing is they can't use Sarkhan to flip Nicobe. I guess I don't even know if flicking Nicobe is that good. Cast down on the bodyguard. Maybe I want more Loxodons in my sideboard against Ritual of Soot. Maybe I want a few ways to play around Ritual of Soot after sideboard. What else is there? Convoke. I mean, it has to be the best Convoke creature I can play by far, right? Shivan Fire, Knight of Grace. Alright. Not much I can do. They're down to one card in hand. I'm gonna get a pretty good attack in. Alright. This guy at Sarkhan. This guy at him. I think that's it, right? If they chump to save Sarkhan, that's probably worth it. This way I maximize damage. Alright, I mean, maybe they have another Sarkhan in hand. Maybe they figure they need to draw. Don't even have double deck for Ritual of Soot. Not even clear they play Ritual of Soot. I'm assuming they have it somewhere in their 75, but who knows? What's going on Let's... Will it work to sacrifice a token to flip Legion? Oh yeah, maybe I should have done that actually. I just completely forgot about it. Yeah, I think that would have been... It's kind of nice to flip it in case they sweep my board. But I guess the way things worked out, my plan ended up being probably a bit better. What if I attack everything at him? They have no cards in hand? They're just dead, right? They have to like chum block again. GG's, buddy. This deck might not be me, but that 3 rounds, and it hasn't been especially close. It's hard to say not close, because against black-green, there's like... They can flip the game pretty fast, but... Pain. Oof. This 10 thing, double history is strong, and I'm on the play, so I can maybe get away with it. How many 1 and 2 drops do I have in my deck? 21. So I'm like 30% to hit a 1 or 2 drop. What do you guys think? And I have my source of red, which is not negligible. You guys would keep, guy named Luke with Mulligan. It's kind of split up. I mean, I've been doing really well so far, even on the Mulligan. I don't know if that deck mulligans that well, though. No 1 drop, no 2 drop is pretty rough, but double history makes up for that. 4 land's also not great. Keep for science? Well, I could also mulligan for science. I mean, history is just my best card by far. History and reinforcement are my 2 best cards. I'll keep. Hooray, Romano, yeah. I get that sometimes. I think it's pretty close. His story is just so good. I don't know, if I lose with triple history, then I know I was wrong, right? Because in 2 history is strong, 3 histories in a row. I guess I just keep stacking. History upon histories upon histories. Chaining histories is pretty filthy. Well, Luke, I had 2 histories in my opening hand and you told me to mulligan, and now you're saying chaining history is pretty filthy. Or are you talking about the 3rd history? Maybe you're talking about the 3rd one. Alright, 2-drop Knight, Knight of Grace. Cat Soldier. What if I draw land next turn? I just go like double. Let's see. Do I actually have to play Marshall? Trade a token for... Flacontes. Hope I said that right. Thank you for the Twitch friend sub. Team Jokeria. Thank you so much. Welcome to the sewer, guys. Oh yeah, well, that's true. I should definitely play Vanguard first. It gives him extra info. Maybe I shouldn't. The 1 line doesn't matter much. So if I attack with both my tokens, they're gonna trade a Squire for a token, which is not great. If I play a Marshall first, they have no good blocks. If I just not attack, I get in for 4 damage, which is nice. I guess I'm gonna attack. I think attacking is reasonable. Even though the tokens are gonna be freaking huge next turn. I think this is a bad attack. I don't know, I can't decide. I can't decide if 4 damage is worth it or not. Well, if they block like that, that's a bit better, right? Get to kill 2 dudes. You guys like playing Marshall first? Marshall is so much worse against Chupacabra though. I guess history's, whoever said Marshall first was probably super, yeah, probably Marshall first was better. Science checks out. Well, I didn't draw a 2-drop. I was 33% draw 1 or 2-drop on turn 2. And I didn't draw reinforcement. I did draw pretty good though. And this game's not over yet. Also, they did go like 2-drop, 3-drop, Chupacabra, creature, turn 6 finality. So it's not like the draw was like mediocre. 5. I need a reinforcement. This is rough too. They're playing multiple White Rose Walker main deck, which is not what we're hoping for. It's not GG yet, but it is looking pretty grim. No, it's probably GG. I wonder if I win if I sequence Marshall first. Because then I don't have the awkward sequence where the third history of the third history, the third trigger of the third history triggers a turn where I don't have any creatures in play. But I'm not sure if that would have been enough. Alright, I think I'll open and turn the corner. I'm gonna give it to him. It might not be completely over, but I think it is. I don't think I have ways to come back, really. I wonder if chances for glory is dead bad, actually. It's probably not great when you bring in a bunch of 1-power dudes. Said Marshall too was kind of awkward. Alright, this has worked so far. I'm gonna keep it simple. I guess Marshall gets better was Honor Guard actually. I think it's too late. I don't think Moto's gonna let me take back. Can I not? I don't know why it's so slow. You ever let me submit again or? What's going on? Who knows? Explain quality. Vanguard's more damage against Walker. Less damage against everything else. It's also better against Seeker Squire. Yeah, I wanted to board out some Vanguards for some more Marshals. If I had a Marshal instead of one of those 2 Vanguards, so brutal. Alright, we need Honor Guard, or Marshal, or something. I don't think that's gonna cut it. We'll see. It might. Playing Mare, oh yeah, people play that card. Yeah, I mean, I didn't draw Vanguard. Sideboarded poorly, and they have their best draw again. It's dumb. Can't win them all. Sucks. True color of chats just come out when I start losing. I was like, wow, I have over 1,000 viewers and no one's being toxic and nice. Well, I guess all I had to do was lose one match. Nassif reveals his true character when chat gets toxic. Yeah, right. Scriptures. Not bad, not a bad curve. Alright. Hopefully that's a lot of damage. Scripture is a pretty good card to bring in if you expect honor guards. Anything that gets rid of an honor guard, you probably want after a sideboard if you think they're going to bring that in. Because honor guard just completely demolishes you. Alright, let me read that card. Destroy all non-artifact creatures. Oh, it's actually destroy. Oh. Okay. Thought it was exile for some reason. Maybe I should have saved that guy, so I saved the next one. And they're down to 5. I'm just gonna play it now and hope I top deck, I think. I think that's the way to go. I could wait a turn too. Yeah, if I draw reinforcement, I probably win. Unclear. Like, I don't think the extra 2/2 is gonna win me the game. Like, they have a bunch of cards in hand, I don't. I think I just need to play it and hope my top card is reinforcement. And even then, I guess I still lose because it just has a brain. I need him to attack, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, had a good run. Yes, we learned that we lose when opponent draws perfect and we do not. Alright, GG's. Pack them up. I agree matchups still seem kind of good. They had the nuts, and if I had just had one of my 4 honor guards, even if like these 1/1s were Benelish Marshals, I wonder if I push for enough damage. Not sure I do, but maybe. What are my thoughts on green-black dominating the PTQ? I'm not surprised. It's just great deck. Great color combination for standard right now. I wonder if you want some of the one-off to be Tribunal in the main. I have 1 Tribunal in the main, right? I don't get how everyone's playing Wygress Walker in a format where Black, Green, and Control are the 2 most played decks, and probably I don't know. I mean, Walker is not terrible in the mirror match, but you'd rather not draw them. Maybe they just have 1 or 2 in the draw them every time. That's pretty decent. Kind of cool. I don't know if it's gonna win, but yeah, Tribunal is awful in this matchup. I mean, not awful if you know. Yeah, it's. City's Blessing. Who would have thought? Consensus of number on the white sources to play Marshall. I think Frank Carson wrote an article about it on don't know if you mentioned that scenario, but I mean, people were playing Chain where there was 23 red sources, right? 23, 24. That's why I don't play mountains. That's why I don't play any. I only play very few red cards. Tribunal out, Loxodon out. I've already had Loxodon because it's a non-bow as honor guard. It's kind of the extent of my reasoning. And these Vanguards seem kind of bad. I've actually seen like, I don't know, I feel like it's been kind of relevant, the flying. I think when I played against the deck too, it seemed kind of good. 4 lands, not my sideboard card, not a 1-drop, not a history. Not of Grace. I mean, those creatures are pretty good against them. Hey, Genie Dejin, what's up, buddy? Cut Vanguards? Nah, Vanguard's too good, I think. I think, Luke, you're getting paranoid about Walker. They have to have it. You need to not have honor guards. And even, like, with reinforcement and stuff, you can kind of beat it. I'm gonna mulligan. I think that's a bit better. Unclaimed territory. So, oh, maybe not for this deck, but sounds way worse than basic planes in this deck since it doesn't cast a heroic enforcement anyways. Thank you. The big JC says Karsten says 23 to play Marshall or Chain Whirler. Alright, let's see if Honor Guard can do it. They mulligan to 5 on the play. Guess it's easy history, right? History go. Baffling end. Yeah. I mean, the metagame seems pretty narrow right now, so you can definitely be like, usually you wouldn't want to be like, oh, there's this one card that's kind of annoying. I need an answer for it, but right now, why is opponent just playing a bunch of 1 freeze for 2 and 2? I don't get it, guys. Someone explain. After the beating I talk, I'm a bit salty. I'm still a bit salty from last round. What can I say? I'm only human. Don't put the blame on me. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, they have a trick. Dude, I just made his Playcrafter better though as Honor Guard. I was thinking about that earlier. So you can double block Honor Guard and they take lethal. Okay. Lily's already thinking ritual upset, yeah.